Tino. This effectively render the Vice President liable to return all these amounts. 73 million pesos plus 375 million pesos to the National Treasury. Ang Vice Presidente ay may pananagutan na ibalik ang 73 million plus 375 million, total of 448 million sa ating National Treasury. And when we heard all these resource persons, the committee will note that while I disallowed certain probing questions to ensure fairness, I nonetheless permitted all inquiries that sought to clarify the truth. On that note, the records will reflect that the arguments regarding the difference between credibility and character, as well as the confusion between page numbers and dates, were stricken from the record. We have done this to maintain the integrity and order of these proceedings. Sa kabuuan, what we saw was not a single piece of evidence, but a body of evidence. Hindi pa isa-isa, kundi magkakaugnay. But after the hearing, the story did not end there. Sa katunayan, doon pa lamang nagsimula ang mas malakas na ingay sa labas. Marami ang nagulantang, marami ang nag-react. The hearing became the subject of headlines, discussions, statements, particularly from the Vice President. However, it is worth noting that instead of addressing the core issues, the focus shifted to a peripheral matter, ang academic performance umano ng Vice Presidente nung siya'y nag-aaral pa. Samantalang, ang mas mabibigat na usapin tungkol sa confidential funds, sa mga dokumento, sa mga transaksyon ay nananatiling hindi direktang nasasagot. Kumbaga, sa 100 ebidensya, isa lang ang pinupuntirya. Let me be clear. This committee will not take anything at face value, whether said inside this hall or outside of it. Hindi tayo basta maniniwala sa ingay. We will evaluate everything dahil ang katotohanan ay hindi matatagpuan sa mga press release. Ito ay nakasandal sa mga dokumento at sa mga salaysay na sinumpaan. Sa totoo lang, na-ghost na nga tayo. Tila ginagaslight pa tayo. Ang mas mahalagang tanong ay kung nasaan ang pera. Ngunit ang sagot sa atin ay tungkol sa grado sa kolehiyo. And the worst part, this explanation is not being made here, but everywhere else. Ang gusto natin ay testimonya sa ilalim ng sumpa. Pero ang ibinibigay sa atin, press release at content sa social media. Again, let us be clear. Hindi tayo basta maniniwala. We will evaluate everything. Madriaga's testimony, COA documents, NBI findings, PSA certifications. Lahat ng ito ay kailangang iharap dito. Suriin dito. Timbangin dito. Pero dapat dito. Humarap ang kailangang humarap. Manumpa at magpaliwanag dito sa committee ito. Because this is the proper forum. Hindi sapat ang magsalita sa labas. If there's anything to clarify, the best and the only place to do that is here, before this committee, under oath and on record. And that brings us to today. Ngayong April 22, malinaw, the work of this committee continues. Ang mga isyong inilahad ay hindi natapos noong nakaraan. Today, we expect further evidence from the Office of the Ombudsman, from the Bureau of Internal Revenue, from the Securities and Exchange Commission, and especially from the Anti-Money Laundering Council. We also anticipate testimonies that will help contextualize the data before us, and that includes from former Senator Sonny Trillanes. Kung mapapansin ninyo, ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon, mga numero, SALN, tax records from BIR, reports from AMLC. This is the part where the numbers have to be studied, compared, analyzed, and numbers, take note, unlike people, numbers do not have motives. Numbers do not lie. Again, numbers do not lie. At dito po, nagiging mas mabigat ang usapan. Because when we speak of numbers, we are no longer dealing with opinion, spin, or even narrative. We are confronting cold, unyielding facts.